Do you ever wonder what keeps gardens lush and thriving, even in the harshest of summers? As garden lovers, we've all marveled at the verdant beauty of thriving gardens, their vibrancy seemingly unscathed by the blistering heat. The secret lies not just in the green thumb of the gardener, but in a well-designed irrigation system, efficiently and sustainably quenching the thirst of every leaf and bloom. So, stick around to discover the secret to a lush, water-wise garden. Water, the lifeblood of any garden, is often wasted or used inefficiently. Let's dive into why this precious resource is so essential to our gardens and how we can conserve it through effective irrigation. Every plant, from the towering oak to the humble marigold, relies on water for survival. It's the elixir that transports nutrients from soil to plant cells, keeping our gardens lush and vibrant. But it's not just about keeping plants alive. Water also plays a role in maintaining soil health, preventing erosion, and supporting beneficial insects and microorganisms. Now, here's the rub. In our quest for verdant gardens, we sometimes overwater, leading to runoff and wasting this vital resource. On the other hand, underwatering can leave our plants parched and struggling. It's a delicate balancing act that demands our attention. Consider this. An average garden hose can spew out up to 24 gallons of water per minute. That's almost 300 gallons in just 12 minutes. Imagine all that water seeping away unused into the ground. It's like pouring liquid gold down the drain. So what's the solution? How can we keep our gardens thriving without wasting water? That's where effective irrigation comes into play. With a well-designed irrigation system, you can ensure every drop of water is used optimally, nourishing your plants while conserving this precious resource. But what if there was a way to use water more efficiently? Stay tuned as we explore the different types of irrigation systems and how you can choose the one that's just right for your garden. Enter irrigation systems, a gardener's secret weapon. These systems are not one-size-fits-all. Different gardens have different needs, and there are several types of irrigation systems designed to meet these unique requirements. First, we have the drip irrigation system. This is the most efficient type of system, delivering water directly to the plant's roots. It's perfect for gardens with a variety of plants, as you can adjust the amount of water each plant receives. Next, we have soaker hoses, a type of system that slowly seeps water into the soil. They are flexible and easy to maneuver around plants, making them ideal for gardens with intricate layouts or raised beds. Sprinkler systems are another option. These systems mimic rainfall, spraying water over a large area. They are great for lawns or large gardens, but be careful, as they can be less efficient due to water loss from evaporation or wind. Finally, automated irrigation systems take the guesswork out of watering. These systems use timers or sensors to water your garden, so you don't have to worry about over or underwatering. Each system has its benefits and best use cases. The key is to understand your garden's needs and choose the system that best meets them. Now that you know the types, how about designing your own system? Designing your garden's irrigation system starts with planning. Now, this might sound a bit daunting, but don't worry, we're going to break it down into manageable steps. First off, you need to assess your water source. Whether it's a tap, a well, or a collected rainwater system, understanding where your water is coming from is crucial. This will determine the pressure and flow rate of your irrigation system. Next, consider your garden's size. Larger gardens might need a more complex system, while small ones can get by with something simpler. Remember though, that size isn't everything. A small garden with a variety of plants might need a more intricate system than a large one with uniform plantings. Speaking of plants, take stock of what you have. Different plants have different water needs. Fruit trees, for example, need a lot more water than succulents. Grouping plants with similar water needs together can make your irrigation system more efficient. Then, map out your irrigation zones based on these considerations. Each zone will have a specific watering schedule based on the plant's needs, the available water source, and the size of the area. It's also a good idea to plan for the future. If you're thinking about adding new plantings or changing your garden's layout, factor that into your plan too. With a solid plan in place, the next step is installation. but we'll save that for our next scene. So, stick around for more on creating an efficient, water-wise garden. Don't worry, installing your irrigation system doesn't require a degree in engineering. It's a straightforward process that requires some planning, a bit of elbow grease, and a dash of patience. First off, let's talk about drip irrigation systems. These are great for delivering water directly to the roots of your plants. To assemble, connect your drip lines to a water source and lay them out along your garden beds. Remember, the lines should be positioned close to the base of your plants for maximum effectiveness. Now, onto sprinkler systems. They are perfect for lawns or larger areas. Start by determining the best spots for your sprinklers. Ideally, they should be placed where they can cover the maximum area. Once you've figured that out, connect your sprinklers to a water source and you're good to go. If you're leaning towards automation, you'll need to set up timers. These are lifesavers, especially during those peak summer months. Connect your timer to your water source and set the watering schedule based on your garden's needs. Whether you have a drip, sprinkler, or soaker hose system, timers can be integrated with ease. Remember, it's all about ensuring the water gets where it needs to go, when it needs to get there. With careful installation and a little fine-tuning, you'll have a system that does just that. But it doesn't end at installation. Water conservation is key. We'll cover that in the next segment. Stay tuned. A well-designed irrigation system is not just about water distribution, but also conservation. It's a balance, a dance, if you will, between giving your garden what it needs and respecting our Earth's precious resources. Let's take a moment to talk about rainwater harvesting, an age-old practice with a modern twist. By collecting and storing rainwater, gardeners can make use of what nature provides instead of solely relying on municipal water. This not only reduces your water bill, but also decreases demand on our water supply, particularly during dry periods. Now, let's not forget about the plants themselves. Choosing water-efficient plants is another fantastic strategy for conservation. Native plants, for instance, are adapted to local climate conditions, often requiring less water than their non-native counterparts. Succulents and other drought-resistant plants can also make a stylish and sustainable addition to your garden. And here's a pro tip: mulching. Yes, simple as it sounds, mulching can significantly reduce evaporation, keeping your soil moist for longer. Organic mulches like straw, compost, or wood chips not only conserve water but also enrich your soil over time. Remember, every drop counts. By incorporating these strategies, you're not just crafting a beautiful garden, but also playing a part in the global effort towards water conservation. And of course, maintenance is crucial to keep your system running smoothly. Like any system, your irrigation setup will need regular maintenance and occasional troubleshooting. Regular upkeep is essential to keep your garden thriving and your water usage efficient. This includes routine checks for leaks, cleaning filters, adjusting sprinkler heads, and monitoring system pressure. When it comes to troubleshooting, knowing the common issues can save you time and frustration. For instance, if you notice uneven watering, it could be due to blockages or misaligned sprinklers. A sudden spike in water usage might indicate a leak, while low pressure could point to a problem with your pump or water source. Remember, every garden is unique and so are its needs. Your irrigation system isn't set in stone. Feel free to tweak, adjust, and experiment to find what works best for your green space. Maintenance and troubleshooting are all part of the journey towards a water-wise garden. That's pretty much it. Ready for a recap? So we've uncovered the secret to a thriving garden, a well-designed irrigation system. We've learned that water is the lifeblood of any garden, and efficient irrigation is key to its vitality. We've explored different types of irrigation systems, each with their unique benefits and best use cases. We've also delved into the critical steps for planning your garden's irrigation, from assessing your water source to mapping out irrigation zones. We provided practical tips for installation and shared innovative strategies for water conservation. And let's not forget the importance of regular maintenance and troubleshooting to keep your irrigation system at peak performance. The journey towards a lush, water-wise garden may seem daunting, but remember, every drop of water saved contributes to a more sustainable and verdant future. Now, go design your water-wise garden and watch it thrive.